y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing a new video on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a story time video for the first time. So if you're really interested in hearing more story time videos, just comment down below, leave me another video, something along those lines, so I can be able to know and do more for y'all. So obviously from this title of this video, you know that I'm doing a video called My Boyfriend Has a Girlfriend. And disclaimer to this video, all the people that are involved in this story I am cool with. So my ex, I'm cool with him, we're fine. The other girl in the situation, we're not cool, but we came to a general understanding. So sit back, relax, get yourself some popcorn, because this story might be a little bit long, I'm not too sure. But fast forward back to 2012. I had just gotten out of a relationship with another guy when I was at Liberty, and it turned out really horrible. It was my first year at Liberty and things did not go well with that. Maybe one day when I'm ready to share that story, I might do a story time video about that, because that's a story to really be told. But so now I'm newly single and I'm back on the prowl, and mind you, this is my second year at Liberty. My first year I only really hung out with my cousins, Tiffany, who moved to Lynchburg with me, my friend Alicia. I had met her through my other friend Dion, who was her boyfriend at the time. Who else? And my friend Tierra, which I don't think I put Tierra on camera yet, but Tierra, who also lives down here with me. So basically those are the only people I hung out with. Coming into Liberty, I did not live on campus, so I really didn't get to meet a lot of people. I didn't know a lot of people, so that's why this story was so easy to actually happen. So like I said, I had just got out of a bad relationship, and this is when tag was really popping. So my friends all encouraged me to get on tag, and it was just like, girl, get on tag. You can meet somebody on there. You can meet somebody new. I think it's time for you to start something new in your life. And I'm like, you know, y'all might be right. So I get on tag, and also almost immediately I meet this guy that also goes to Liberty. So I'm just like, okay. So I see him, and this is when I was really pressed about dreads. I really like dreads, and I saw him. I'm like, yes, he looks good. So I thought, I'm like, yeah, he looks good. So, you know, me and him got to talking, and then we exchanged numbers, and we really got to talking. Like, so, you know, y'all know how it is when you first meet somebody and y'all start talking. Y'all tell y'all birthdays, y'all signs, y'all this, why are you single, all that good stuff. So me and him talked, and I was flat out honest with him. I didn't tell him the complete story of what happened with the previous relationship I was in, but I told him, you know, I've been hurt and I'm not looking to get hurt again. If this is something that you know that it's not gonna work, let me know. I'm not trying to get my heart involved in it. But no, he convinced me that he was there for me and all this good stuff. So I'm just like, okay. So one thing I will say I really liked about him was he texted back really fast. Y'all know some guys taking like hours at a time, and him, he was just like on top of it like that. So I'm just like, oh, he really cares, yada yada, being young and naive as usual. So things started off really good with us, and one day he decided to come over for the first time for me to actually meet him in person, because we had only been texting each other. We hadn't seen or met each other in person yet. So he came over, and oh, before I tell you about him coming over, my cousin that used to go to Liberty as well also played football with him. So I asked my cousin about him. I was really cautious about starting anything with anybody, especially somebody at Liberty. So I asked my cousin about him, and he told me, oh, he's a good guy, yada yada yada. Last time I heard, he went out with the girl. Let's just say her name is Simone. He went out with Simone. I'm like, are they still together? Because John, I'm going to call him John said that him and Simone were no longer involved. So I just wanted to make sure. My cousin was like, well, last I heard they were pretty off and on, so I doubt if they are. I'm like, all right, cool. So he passed the cousin test. My cousin knew him. Everything went well. So he came over. My girlfriends were over. My other cousin was there. So everybody met him, talked to him, and my girlfriends, you know, gave him the 9 degree, like asked him all these questions. Just want to make sure that their friend was going to be involved with somebody that was good. Obviously, he passed their test, but Lord knows I'm never having them do a test again, because he passed with flying colors. So we hung out that night. We just had a good time, and it felt great to be with somebody that had things going for them. You know, the previous guy that I had dated did not really have too much going for him. So this person was more involved into stuff that I did. Like, for example, he went to school, he played football. He was in school, first of all, because my previous ex was not into school. So it was just great. I was head over heels for him. So, you know, this is during the time where football camp was going on and everything. So I barely got to see him. So I thought it was because of football camp. But anyways, 2 weeks later, he eventually came back over. We hung out and the connection didn't feel right. Something felt wrong. So after he left that day, I texted him and I'm just like, is everything okay? You know, if everything's not good, you can let me know. And, you know, if it means that we have to break up, just let me know. And he's like, no, I like being with you, yada, yada, yada. So this is the year that I started working on campus at Chick-fil-A. So I just got a job at Chick-fil-A. And it was the Saturday before school started. And usually every time that the Saturday before school starts, the football team has Fan Fest, I think it's called. So they have a scrimmage, and then afterwards they come up to the concourse or the little area, and all the fans get to meet the football players, pictures, autographs, all that good stuff. So I didn't know about it. This is I want to call this like my real first year at Liberty, because the other year was just kind of rushed. So I didn't know anything about it, and I was at work that day. He texted me. He was just like, oh, were you out there today? And I thought he was talking about work, and I'm like, yeah, I was out there today. He was like, I thought I saw you. I said, I didn't see you. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? He's like, the Fan Fest. I'm like, what's the Fan Fest? And he's just like, he explained to me, and I was just like, you didn't tell me about it. And he was just like, all the other football girlfriends were there, but you didn't tell me about it. So how was I supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody at this school. I don't know how I was supposed to know this. But anyways, we got through that and everything, and the first day of school came around. So typically him and I always started our mornings off with texting each other, good morning, how you doing, all that good stuff. So I woke up really excited that morning. I could not wait for the first day of school. Like, I was basic, y'all. Who gets that excited for the first day of school? So I texted him that morning before I got on the shuttle to head to school. I think I was up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I got on the shuttle, I was listening to music, I had put up an Instagram picture. This is when Instagram was new to me. I just got an iPhone that summer. So Instagram was new to me. I was super excited. I had just got 11 likes on the picture, so I thought I was a shiznit. So, because I think 11 likes is exactly when it stops saying everybody's name and it tells you just the number of people that like this. So 11 likes was something real serious to me back in the day. So I walk into school. So I walk into the back entrance of the building, and there's the straight hallway that just goes straight, and then there's hallways that go like this as you keep walking. So I was in the first hallway that went like this, and I went off to the left. So I'm sitting there and I'm just so excited. I'm leaning on the wall waiting for class to start. I was, honestly, y'all, I don't think I've ever been so excited in my life for anything. So I go to my messages to see, you know, if I had missed a text or something, and I saw that he read my text, but he didn't say anything. I'm like, this is so unlike him. Like, what's going on? So I'm just sitting and I'm just like, he's probably busy with football or something. So I look to my right, saying hi to people, look to my left. Lord and behold, it's my boyfriend. I'm like, what? So I see him and I'm smiling at him, and then he's doing this face like what I thought was a smile, but that was a look of nervousness. So I was fighting with myself, because I'm the type of person that if I'm not very clear of what's going on between us, I'm not going to put myself in an embarrassing predicament. So I'm just like, should I walk up to him? Like, one half is like, should I walk up to him? The other half is like, Drea, that's your boyfriend. Why wouldn't you walk up to your own boyfriend? But what if you don't want to be seen in public? But that's your boyfriend. Da, da, da. So I started to walk up to him. The right side of me won, and I walked up to him. And as I started to get closer, because there were people standing in front of him. He's about 6'2", 6'3". So there were people standing in front of him. But the people started to move away and congregate into the room, to the classroom. And as they started to move, I saw a shorter person next to him who was a female that was a little bit too close to her. I'm just like, is this real? So instead of going up to him when that straight hallway came, that intersection of the straight hallway, I just hit the left real quick. So I'm sitting out there, I'm just like, oh, I'm so mad. Who is this? What is he doing? We just started our relationship. What is going on? I was pissed. I'm calling all my friends, and all of them want to be sleeping at 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, get up, it's an emergency. I don't say much. So I go back to get into the hallway to go to class, and I look behind me and I see him and her still standing there. I'm just like, who is that? What's going on? I go in the classroom, I start to cry, and I'm just like, I can't sit in biology and start crying. This is ridiculous. So I left and I walked out in the hallway and I see them again, and finally this girl notices me, and she's just like, she's looking at me like, okay, I see you staring at us a little bit too much. What's going on? So I give him a weird look and I mug him and I walk away and I go outside. And I'm standing out there waiting for the shuttle to come, and my phone lights up and it's him, and he's just like, hey, babe, I hope you have a great morning. Love you. Are we really gonna pretend like you did not just see me? Yeah, he tried it, y'all. Y'all remember on Kevin Hart when he was just like, when the girl popped out of his trunk and was like, don't act like I don't see you, see me. It was that type of situation. Like, he really tried that. So my cousin's ex-girlfriend, I was close with her at the time, so I told her, I was like, hey, can you send me a picture of John's ex-girlfriend? I want to know what she looks like. So I was waiting around for her to send me the picture, and I got home and I'm laying in the bed and I'm like, woe is me. I can't believe this is going on. I just got out of a bad relationship and this guy knows it. Why is he doing this? I'm pissed. I don't know what to do, but I also really care about him. So he calls me. He's just like, what's wrong? I was like, don't act like you didn't see me. He was like, okay, I did see you. I'm like, who's that girl? He was like, that's my ex-girlfriend's best friend. And he was like, it's not that I'm embarrassed of you, but you know, I'm not ready to put you in that type of situation. So finally, my cousin's ex-girlfriend texts me and I look at the picture, and exactly who I saw in the hallway is exactly the picture that she sent me. So I'm like, you effing liar. That's your ex-girlfriend. He was like, all right. You know, my house burned down in 1965. Oh my God, things are so stressful. Every excuse that he could have given in that book was listed, and I'm just sitting there like, so then he started like, nobody's ever there for me, you're the only one there for me, I just don't know how to get rid of her, you know, we've been together so long, giving a typical excuse of, we've been together so long, it's hard to cut her off because she's also my friend. And because I was young and never dealt with something like, well, I lied, because I was young and dumb, I decided to believe it, because I'm just like, well, if I was an ex-girlfriend, we've been together for 3 years, trying to give an excuse. What I will tell y'all, if a guy really cares about you and only you, he's not going to be involved with his ex. Like, come on. So I'm just like, okay, it's all right. You know, that's fine. I understand. And he was just like, well, me and the guys on the team are going to go get pedicures today. You want to go? I'm like, nah, it's okay. So he started to do cute things because he knew I was mad at him, trying to get me back on his line, take me home, pick me up in his other little car. Yeah, I called your car ugly. Pick me up in his other little car, play Waka Flocka because he knew I loved Waka Flocka at the time. So he did things like that to make me smile. And it worked, you know, it worked. He tried to see me more. But once he got me back on his raft, he started to disappear. So fast forward to a couple months down the road, you know, we hung out more and stuff like that, but we decided to drop the title because I just didn't really trust him. We dropped the title, but everything was, I still acted like a girlfriend. I was committed to him, you know, all that good stuff. So, fast forward, like I said, I was working on campus at the time, and she came to my job one day. So mind you, I knew who she was. She claimed like she didn't know who I was, but she wasn't certain, or whatever the case is, I knew who she was. So before she was the person, she was 2 customers behind who I was helping because I was a cashier. So the one guy came up and I'm like, hi, how you doing? Your total is $7.55. Do you need any sauce? Do you need a bag? Being helpful, being the cashier I was supposed to be. So she came up and I'm like, not talking to her, ringing her stuff up, probably rang up an extra sandwich because I didn't like her, turned the screen this way so I didn't have to tell her the total. She saw the amount, she got the money out, I took the money, I barely touched her hand, I took the money, did the change, threw it like that, and she kept walking. The next person, hey, how you doing? Yes, I was petty. I was petty, okay? So she left, she came back, and she was like, Drea, is it? I'm like, yeah. She was just like, oh, well, I had to call John to make sure that you were the one that worked at Chick-fil-A with the blonde hair. And I'm just like, pause. If anybody doesn't know me, they know me because I do have blonde hair, y'all. I dyed my hair honey blonde, and it turned out like golden orange, but I thought I was cute. I had the reverse ombre. I had gold hair on top with blonde weave. I don't know how that mixed out, but it did. And then I had black hair on the bottom. So anyhow, I'm just like, you know who I am. Everybody knows who I am, especially by my hair. And she was just like, well, I just want to tell you that John's mine. Stop texting me, or stop texting him. As she's saying that, my phone's right there in blank, full blank outside. It goes, lights up. It's him, but his name, it's not his name, it's just a broken heart emoji. So I just start laughing, and I don't know how the exchange happened because this is almost 3 years ago. I don't remember how the exchange happened, but basically she left, and I was just like, get out of here, yada yada yada. So I called him. I was like, you better tell that raccoon looking girl to never come up here again. Like, I was mad. The name Raccoon stuck. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm rude. Okay, I called her Raccoon. So, fast forward, her and I knew of each other after that point. We were fully aware that each person was with him, okay? So, but for some reason, we just decided to hate each other, and we'll be mad at him at times, but at the end of the day, we were still there for him, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I'll go out my way, grocery shop for him, just doing all types of things for him, and which is stupid, you know? So down the road in January, it was a party, and she came to the party, and he wasn't there. But I was there, and I had a boyfriend at the time, which I know makes it another messier situation. But I had a boyfriend at the time, and my boyfriend was there, so he was fully aware of the situation and everything. And so she came to the party, and she spoke to the people around me, and then looked me in my face and was like, and I was so offended. I was ready to attack. It was like a lion seeing a deer. I don't even know if lions eat deer, but it was like a lion seeing a deer and was just smack, attack, and I tried to attack her, and yeah, y'all, it didn't happen. It just turned into a big old fight. And next thing I knew, on campus that Monday, I didn't go to school and I didn't go to work. Everybody was talking about the Drea, Simone, and John fight. Everybody, because I even ended up going to her house that night to try to fight her. So dumb, so naive. It was a big old situation. Because like I've explained in other videos before, I used to go to a predominantly white institution, so obviously there was no real drama like that. So when something happens, everybody knows, especially in the Black community. Everybody was talking about it. But still, after that, I still involved myself with him. She did too. But as we fast forward down to the summer of 2013, some stuff happened, which I'm not going to speak on, but it came to the point where her and I had a moment of clarity where we figured out, you know what? We were both victims of stupidity. We cared about this guy. We really loved him. And did he care about anybody but himself? No. He stood right there as we had the conversation. You know, so she was just like, this whole time I thought I was the side chick. She said, this whole time I thought you were the side chick. I was the side chick. And I'm like, no. The whole time I thought I was the side chick. I might have been the side chick. But the whole time there were other girls involved in it too. So that is my story time. The time my boyfriend had a girlfriend. There were other times like this before. Sadly, I've been in a lot of love triangles. So if you're interested in hearing any more stories, comment down below. And I hope y'all have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe.